There's a piece of fired clay you can buy at any garden center for $3 that purifies contaminated water indefinitely. No cartridge to replace, no electricity, no batteries, no chemical tablets, no moving parts to break, no supply chain to depend on. You fill it with the dirtiest water you can find. Wait, and what drips out the bottom has had 99% of bacteria, and virtually all parasitic cysts removed by nothing but gravity passing through microscopic pores in the ceramic wall. Not a $40 countertop pitcher with a carbon filter that the manufacturer says to replace every 2 months. Not a $100 to $20 backpacker filter with a proprietary cartridge that costs $30 and lasts 300 gallons before it clogs permanently. Not a $400 undersink reverse osmosis system that wastes 3 gallons of water for every clean gallon it produces and requires a plumber to install. An unglazed terracotta pot from the garden aisle of any hardware store stacked on top of a second pot, sealed at the connection with food-grade silicone, and fed dirty water from above. Gravity pulls the water through the ceramic wall. Bacteria, protozoan cysts, and sediment are trapped in the clay. Clean water drips into the bottom pot. The filter never wears out. When it clogs from sediment, you scrub it with a brush and keep going. The ceramic regenerates itself with every cleaning. The United States military issued ceramic candle filters to soldiers in the Pacific Theater during World War II because supply lines had collapsed and chemical purification tablets had run out. Modern humanitarian organizations deploy ceramic filters in disaster zones across the developing world because they work when everything else fails. University laboratories have tested the mechanism and documented 99% bacterial removal rates that match or exceed most commercial filter systems sold at 50 times the cost. Then the water filtration industry did the math. The global household water filtration market generates over $40 billion a year. The entire business model depends on one principle: the replacement cartridge. A filter system that never needs replacement, never needs a cartridge, never requires a subscription, and can be built from a $3 garden pot cannot be allowed to exist in the consumer awareness. They did not suppress this because it failed. They buried it because it worked too well, lasted too long, and could not generate a single dollar of recurring revenue. This is the story of ceramic water filtration, the oldest water purification technology on Earth, and the one method a $40 billion industry prays you never build from 2 terracotta pots and a tube of silicone. If these stories matter to you, the subscribe button and the bell are the best way to make sure this knowledge survives. Now let me take you back to where this all begins. The Romans figured this out roughly 2,000 years ago. Roman engineers building the aqueduct systems that supplied fresh water to cities across the empire discovered that passing water through porous stone and unglazed ceramic vessels removed the visible turbidity and the invisible contaminants that caused illness in urban populations. Wealthy Roman households stored drinking water in unglazed terracotta amphoras, specifically because the water tasted cleaner and caused fewer stomach complaints than water stored in glazed or metal vessels. The mechanism was not understood, but the observation was consistent enough to become standard practice across the empire. The knowledge did not stay in Rome. Traditional Indian water management systems used unglazed clay vessels called matkas as primary household filtration for centuries. In West Africa, communities across the Sahel have used porous clay pots for water purification for generations. In pre-Columbian South America, Andean communities use ceramic filtration vessels that archaeological evidence dates to well before European contact. Every civilization that had access to clay, fire, and contaminated water arrived at the same filtration solution independently. The modern military history is where the story becomes impossible to ignore. During World War II, the Pacific Theater presented Allied forces with a water contamination problem of catastrophic scale. Jungle water sources were contaminated with cholera, typhoid, dysentery, and a dozen other waterborne pathogens. Chemical purification tablets ran out as supply lines stretched and collapsed across island chains. Boiling required fuel that combat units could not spare. Dysentery was killing more soldiers than enemy fire in some units during 1942 and 1943. The military solution was the ceramic candle filter, a cylindrical element made from fired porous clay that soldiers could clean with a brush and reuse indefinitely. Field tests documented that a single ceramic candle filter could purify over 10,000 gallons of contaminated water before requiring replacement. A modern carbon filter cartridge handles roughly 300 gallons before it clogs and must be thrown away. That is not a marginal difference. That is a 33-to-1 performance gap between a piece of fire clay, and a branded plastic cartridge with a barcode. The ceramic filter did not care about temperature. It worked in the freezing mountain streams of New Guinea and in the blistering heat of the Philippine jungle. It did not degrade from UV exposure. It did not require batteries, electricity, or a supply chain. When sediment clogged the pores, the soldier scrubbed the outer surface with a brush, the pore structure cleared, and the filter continued working as if anew. The technology was, in the words of one military engineer's report, effectively unkillable. Now here's what happens at the physical level when water passes through porous ceramic, and this is the part the filter cartridge industry does not want. Explained in plain language. Unglazed ceramic, whether it is a military-grade candle filter or a $3 terracotta garden pot, contains millions of microscopic pores formed during the firing process. These pores are measured in microns. A typical unglazed terracotta pot has a pore size ranging from 0.5 to 3 microns. For context, the bacteria that cause cholera, E. coli infections, and typhoid fever range from 0.5 to 5 microns in diameter. Protozoan cysts like Giardia and Cryptosporidium are larger, between 5 and 15 microns. When contaminated water is poured into the top of a ceramic vessel, gravity pulls the water molecules through the pore network. Bacteria, parasites, and sediment particles larger than the pore openings are physically trapped in the ceramic wall. Clean water passes through and drips into the collection vessel below. The mechanism is called Size-Exclusion filtration, and it is the same fundamental principle used by every commercial water filter on the market. The difference is that commercial filters use synthetic carbon blocks or hollow fiber membranes manufactured in factories and designed to be replaced on a recurring schedule, while ceramic filtration uses fired clay that costs nearly nothing to produce and lasts effectively forever. University studies on ceramic filtration consistently document bacterial removal rates exceeding 99% and complete elimination of protozoan cysts. A 2008 study published in the Journal of Water and Health tested locally produced ceramic pot filters against E. coli, total coliforms, and turbidity in field conditions across multiple developing countries. The filters achieved greater than 99% removal of bacterial indicators and reduced turbidity to levels meeting WHO drinking water guidelines. A 2010 meta-analysis of ceramic filtration studies across 18 field deployments confirmed consistent pathogen reduction across widely varying water quality conditions, temperature ranges, and user skill levels. One honest limitation belongs here. Ceramic filtration does not reliably remove viruses. Viruses are significantly smaller than bacteria, typically between 0.02 and 0.3 microns, which is below the pore size of standard ceramic filters. For water sources where viral contamination is the primary concern, ceramic filtration should be combined with a secondary treatment, either boiling, chlorination with calcium hypochlorite, or UV sterilization. For the pathogens that cause the overwhelming majority of waterborne illness in emergency and off-grid scenarios, cholera, E. coli, Giardia, Cryptosporidium, dysentery, ceramic filtration alone is devastatingly effective. If you have made it this far, you already understand more about water filtration than 99% of consumers and most outdoor retail staff selling branded filter systems. Subscribe and share this with someone still replacing a $30 cartridge every 2 months. Now stay with me, because what comes next is the part they really do not want you to hear. The global household water filtration market hit $40 billion in 2024 and is projected to exceed $60 billion by 2032. The business model of every major filtration brand, Brita, PUR, Berkey, LifeStraw, Sawyer, is built on one architectural principle, the replacement cartridge. You buy the housing once, then you buy the cartridge again and again for as long as you own the system. The average household with a countertop pitcher filter spends between $60 and $120 per year on replacement cartridges alone. The average backpacker filter owner spends $30 to $60 per year on cartridge replacements. Undersink systems run $80 to $200 per year in maintenance and cartridge costs. Over 20 years of home ownership, a single household spends between $1,200 and $4,000 on replacement filter cartridges that accomplish the same size-exclusion filtration that a $3 terracotta pot performs using gravity and the same physics that Roman engineers observed 2,000 years ago. You cannot patent fired clay. You cannot create a proprietary version of a terracotta pot. You cannot build a subscription service around an object that costs $3 and never needs replacement. You cannot generate recurring cartridge revenue from a filter that regenerates itself every time you scrub it with a brush. And you cannot sustain a $40 billion industry on a technology that any household can build from 2 garden pots and a tube of food-grade silicone. So the industry did what every industry does when an unpatentable solution threatens a high-margin product category. They never mentioned ceramic filtration in any consumer-facing marketing material. They invested billions in advertising campaigns that built around the concept that safe water requires a branded system with a replaceable cartridge and an indicator light that tells you when to buy the next one. They position their products as the only responsible choice for families who care about water quality. And they relied on the assumption that no consumer standing in the water filter aisle would ever walk 3 aisles over to the garden section and recognize that a Terracotta planter performs the same physical filtration at 1/100th of the lifetime cost. Modern humanitarian organizations understood this decades ago. Potters for Peace, a non-profit organization, has distributed ceramic pot filters across more than 40 developing countries since the late 1990s. The filters are manufactured locally using regional clay sources, fired in simple kilns, and distributed to households at costs under $10 per unit. Each filter serves a family for 2 to 5 years of continuous daily use. When the filter eventually wears down, the community produces a replacement from local materials for the same cost. No imported cartridges, no international supply chain, no proprietary parts. The technology has served millions of households in disaster zones, refugee camps, and water-scarce communities worldwide because it works when everything else fails. I need to be honest about the limitations because credibility matters. A DIY terracotta pot filter is slower than a commercial system. Flow rates through Unglazed garden store ceramic typically run between 1/4 gallon and 1 gallon per hour, depending on pot thickness and water pressure. That is sufficient for drinking water production, but not for high-volume household use. The filtration quality of a random garden pot is also less consistent than a purpose-manufactured ceramic filter element, because commercial pots are not quality controlled for pore uniformity. For the highest reliability results, purchase a purpose-made ceramic filter candle from a water filtration supplier for under $15. For emergency preparedness, survival situations, or budget-constrained households, the garden pot method works reliably and is dramatically better than drinking unfiltered water. Now here's exactly how to build one. Step 1. Buy 2 unglazed terracotta pots from any garden center. The top pot is your filter vessel. The bottom pot is your collection vessel. Avoid pots with any glaze, paint, or sealant coating, which would block the pores and prevent filtration. Standard 6 to 8 inch terracotta pots cost between $2 and $4 each. Step 2. Drill or punch a small hole in the bottom of the top pot if one does not already exist. This is the drainage point where filtered water exits the ceramic into the collection pot below. Most terracotta pots already have a drainage hole from the factory. Step 3. Stack the top pot upside down inside the rim of the bottom pot, or build a simple stand that suspends the top pot above the bottom pot with the drainage hole pointing down. Seal the connection between the 2 pots with food-grade silicone to prevent unfiltered water from dripping around the outside of the filter vessel. Step 4. Before first use, flush the filter by filling the top pot with clean water 3 times and discarding the water that passes through. This clears loose ceramic dust from the pore network. Step 5. Fill the top pot with contaminated water from any source. River water, pond water, rainwater, flood water, any non-chemically contaminated natural water source. Gravity pulls the water through the porous ceramic wall. Bacteria, parasitic cysts, and sediment are trapped in the clay. Clean water drips through the drainage hole into the collection pot below. Step 6. Wait. Filtration. Through standard terracotta takes 1 to 4 hours per gallon depending on pot thickness and water turbidity. This is not fast. It is reliable, and it is free. Step 7. When flow rate slows noticeably due to sediment accumulation, scrub the interior surface of the top pot with a clean brush or abrasive pad under running water. This removes the trapped sediment layer and restores the original flow rate. The filter regenerates itself with every cleaning. Step 8. For maximum safety, treat the filtered water with a secondary disinfection step. Boil for 1 minute. Add a measured dose of calcium hypochlorite solution or expose to UV sunlight in a clear bottle for 6 hours. This handles the viral fraction that ceramic pores cannot catch. Total cost for a complete gravity-fed ceramic water filtration system, under $10 in terracotta pots and silicone. Replacement schedule, effectively never. Compare that to a $40 pitcher filter with $60 per year in cartridges, or a $120 backpacker system with $30 cartridges every 6 months, or a $400 undersink system with $80 per year in maintenance. An off-grid homesteader in rural Oregon documented his use of a terracotta pot filtration system as his primary drinking water source in 2019. He built the system from 2 garden center pots, a tube of food-grade silicone, and a simple wooden stand. Cost was $8. 4 years later, the system is still in daily use, filtering creek water from his property. His filtered water has been lab tested twice, and both tests showed 0 detectable E. coli and total coliform levels well within WHO guidelines. His neighbor, who installed a branded undersink filtration system the same year, has spent over $640 in cartridge replacements during the same 4-year period. The filter cartridge inside that $40 pitcher system is a block of activated carbon manufactured in a factory and designed to be thrown away and replaced on a schedule the manufacturer determines. The ceramic wall of a $3 terracotta pot has been filtering water using the same size-exclusion physics since Roman engineers discovered the principle 2,000 years ago. One requires a distribution network, a cartridge subscription, and an indicator light that tells you when to spend more money. The other requires gravity, clay, and patience. $40 billion in annual water filtration revenue depends on you never walking from the filter aisle to the garden aisle and picking up a $3 terracotta pot. $30 replacement cartridges depend on you believing that clean water requires proprietary equipment with a barcode on the packaging, and $120 backpacker filters depend on you never learning that the same technology that kept World War II soldiers alive and collapsed supply lines is sitting in garden centers right now, disguised as a planter. This knowledge did not disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared from the consumer awareness because it worked too well, lasted too long, and could not generate a single dollar of recurring revenue. Size-exclusion physics does not care about indicator lights. Porous ceramic does not negotiate with cartridge subscriptions, and a piece of fired clay has never charged a licensing fee. If this video changed how you think about the filter cartridge in your kitchen, the branded system on your counter, or the $3 terracotta pot sitting in the garden aisle right now, then subscribe and share it now. Every single share puts this knowledge in front of someone the filtration industry assumed would never walk past the garden section, and every subscription keeps this channel digging deeper into the secrets they thought were sealed forever.